Welcome to the Iowa City Animal Care and Adoption Center. My name is Liz Ford, and I'm Executive Director for Friends of the Animal Center Foundation. And I welcome you to the Animal Center today. We are here today to talk a little bit about the foster care program, which is one of the programs that the foundation raises money to support. And I'm going to introduce you to the foster care coordinator. I'm going to introduce you to some foster parents and also some foster animals. And I hope that by the end of this show, you'll be inspired to maybe learn more about the foster care program, maybe become a foster yourself, or maybe make a donation to the foundation to help support that. And I'd like to first introduce you to Calista Hospodarsky, and she's our foster care coordinator here.
Hi, my name is Calista, and I'm the foster care coordinator here at the Iowa City Animal Care and Adoption Center. And I am here today to let you know a little bit more about our program. And like Liz said, hopefully you might be a little bit interested in either becoming a foster parent or just learning more about our program and how you can support us here at the Iowa City Animal Center. First of all, a foster parent is a parent or a person who is a volunteer for our shelter, and that person actually would take an animal that comes here into their own home and care for the animal until it was ready for adoption. Sometimes animals come to our shelter, they're either stray animals, they've been in a car accident, been hit by a car, or they're simply too young to be adopted, and we need them to go into a private home where they can be cared for a little bit more one-on-one than we can provide here. And so we ask our foster parents to take animals into their homes like that and care for them. And then the success at the end is that the animal would come back to the animal center and get adopted. Right now we have 21 cats and kittens in foster care. We have 4 dogs in foster care right now. And we actually have 1 rabbit in foster care as well. Rabbits need some specialized foster care because a lot of times they come in, they're not socialized. We can tell that a rabbit is not a wild rabbit, but when they come to the animal shelter, they're a little bit scared. Most of that is because, this environment is not the best environment for a rabbit. There's a lot of activity here going on in the animal center. There's dogs coming in, cats coming in and out, people coming in and out all the time, and they just get really nervous. So fortunately, we do have one very dedicated rabbit volunteer who is now one of our foster parents, and we are certainly looking for more foster parents who know about rabbits and could care for them properly. The kitten season in Iowa usually lasts from May to about November. So during that time, the shelter pretty much is just overloaded with kittens coming in. During that time, we need foster parents who can take those kittens and raise them in their homes. The kittens need to be at least 8 weeks old before they are adopted out, according to Iowa law, from an animal shelter. So we need some foster parents who can take those. One of the things that we really need for foster care here at the animal shelter is foster parents who can care for animals that have lost their mother for some reason. We need that both for kittens and for puppies. And this is Daffodil, and she actually came to the animal shelter when she was about 10 days old. She was actually found in a boat when the people took it out of storage. There were 2 kittens in the boat. And she and her brother were fed by bottles. Kittens under about 4 weeks of age need special formula that has the calories and the proteins that they need. Bottle babies need to be fed every 3 to 4 hours, which means you do have to get up during the night, and you have to have a pretty flexible schedule. So as you can tell, a lot of foster parents aren't able to do that, so we're looking for more people who possibly could. Other things that we need foster parents for kittens, a lot of times we just had a mom come in with a litter of kittens, and so then we would need the foster parent to take the kitty and the mom into their home. And usually if the mom's there, the mom usually takes care of mostly everything. You just have to scoop their litter box, make sure they're fed, water, and play with them. Liz is going to get us another example of a kitten that did come in with its mother and went into foster care with one of our foster parents. This little kitten right here. What was his name?
This one is Kiki.
This is Kiki. And actually, she looks a lot like her mommy. They're a nice little match set. So this kitten actually just came back from foster care today with its mom, and it goes up for adoption. So as of today, it's available.
And this is Bob Marley.
And this is Bob Marley. Bob Marley has been living with Kiki and her mom. Bob Marley is not a sibling, but he came in by himself. So he needed a friend, so he went to live with them. One of the things that's happened with Bob Marley is he's developed some sort of little eye ulcer in his eye, so we've been treating that in foster care, and now he'll continue to have that treatment now that he's back at the animal center. Nude right here, he did have some ringworm right above his eye right here, and he was able to go into one of our foster homes and have a month worth of treatment and was able to recover from ringworm, and now he's back. So we are also looking for foster parents who might possibly be able to take a kitty like him into foster care and care for them.
Calista, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about what supplies they would need if they're going to be a foster care provider?
Okay, well, fortunately, our program supplies most of the supplies that you would need if you want to be a foster parent. We provide either a cage for cats and kittens or a kennel for dogs or puppies. We provide the food, litter, any bedding, that sort of thing that you would need. So fortunately, we have a lot of those things here at the Animal Center and can pass those on to the foster parent.
So what do you have in your little box of goodies here for foster care parents?
Well, we have a whole bunch of things that we could really use for the foster care program and for the Animal Center in general. One thing that we especially need right now is just little food scales. What we actually do with this is we weigh very tiny kittens, because sometimes they don't, if the kitten only weighs 4 ounces, then it doesn't really register on a regular size scale. We also need lots and lots of kitty beds. Sometimes kitties, get sick, or they might have diarrhea or something, so we have a lot of laundry that needs to be done both here at the Animal Center and if you have a kitty in your foster home. We also always need paper towels for just wiping up general messes here around the Animal Center, or if you're fostering a puppy or small kitty, you might want these as well, just for cleaning up.
Why do you think it's important that foster parents play with the kitties?
I think it's important because a lot of times when the animals come back here to the Animal Center, they might be nervous and they might be scared, especially if people haven't played with them. So if the foster parent plays with the kitty, then the kitten becomes more friendly, more responsive. And most people who are seeking a kitty are going to be looking for traits like that. They want a kitty that they can kind of connect with and enjoy.
Right.
Yep.
So when the kittens come back from foster care and they're in a haven and they're excited to see a potential adopter walking by and they clamber onto the cage, they're a little bit more likely to get adopted quicker than a kitty that's kind of laying back in the back of the cage. And that's why it's really important for foster care parents to work with the animals that they have at home a lot. And give their time to those animals so they can help us socialize them. So when they come back to the shelter, they're ready for adoption.
I myself have been a foster parent for about 4 years now, and I would say the very best thing is just the reward of being able to bring them back here and see that they're getting adopted and that they found a family of their own.
And what do you think the toughest thing about fostering is?
I would say the toughest thing is obviously if you lose an animal. Sometimes a cat or dog is not as healthy as we thought it was. It might simply pass away on its own, or it may have medical issues that are too complicated or too
much for it to overcome.
Too much for it to overcome, and we really feel that the staff may feel it's better to euthanize that animal in certain situations. So those are always hardest, and that's hardest for me, trying to help the foster care parents as well through those sorts of situations.